Section 680.8 of the 2002 National Electrical Code addresses the requirements for overhead conductor clearances above swimming pools. It specifically permits conductors to be located above the pool under certain conditions. However, a critical factor is the voltage level of these conductors. According to the code, if the overhead conductors carry voltages exceeding 750 volts, they are allowed to be positioned above the pool, provided a minimum clearance of 22.5 feet is maintained above the surface of the water. It is essential to understand that this 22.5 foot clearance is not measured from the ground or the pool deck, but rather from the water level within the pool. This measurement point is crucial for ensuring compliance with the code and maintaining safety around swimming pools. The NEC guidelines are in place to prevent electrical hazards associated with overhead conductors near water. The specific voltage threshold of 750 volts is a key determinant in whether the 22.5 foot clearance requirement applies. If the conductors carry less than 750 volts, other clearance requirements might be applicable as specified in the NEC. Electrical installations near swimming pools necessitate meticulous adherence to the NEC. This is to minimize the risk of electrical shock and ensure the safety of individuals using the pool. When planning or inspecting electrical systems around swimming pools, it is imperative to consult the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local codes or regulations. These codes and regulations may contain additional requirements or restrictions beyond those outlined in Section 680.8a. Failing to comply with these regulations can result in hazardous conditions and potential legal ramifications. Furthermore, it is crucial to consider the physical environment surrounding the swimming pool. Factors such as the presence of trees, buildings, or other structures can affect the required clearances for overhead conductors. In some cases, it may be necessary to relocate or reroute conductors to ensure adequate clearance and safety. Always consult with a qualified electrician or electrical engineer to ensure that all electrical work near swimming pools is performed safely and in accordance with the applicable codes and standards. Remember, electrical safety is paramount, and any questions or concerns should be addressed by a professional. Moreover, be aware of the specific requirements outlined in Table 680.8 and Figure 680.8, which provide additional details on overhead clearances for different voltage levels and scenarios. These resources can be valuable in ensuring compliance with the NEC. In summary, the 2002 NEC, specifically Section 680.8a, permits overhead conductors to be located above swimming pools if they carry voltages exceeding 750 volts and maintain a minimum clearance of 22.5 feet above the water surface. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local regulations for specific requirements, and consult with a qualified electrician for any electrical work near swimming pools. Let's delve a bit deeper into the specifics of electrical safety around swimming pools and the significance of the National Electrical Code, NEC. The NEC serves as the cornerstone for electrical safety standards in the United States, providing comprehensive guidelines for the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems. Its primary objective is to protect people and property from electrical hazards. Within the context of swimming pools, the NEC addresses a wide array of potential risks, including electric shock drowning, equipment grounding, bonding, and the proper installation of electrical equipment in and around the pool area. Electric shock drowning, or ES, is a particularly concerning hazard that can occur when stray electrical currents pass through the water, potentially incapacitating swimmers and leading to drowning. The NEC incorporates measures to mitigate this risk, such as requiring ground fault circuit interrupters, GFCIs, for outlets near the pool and mandating equipotential bonding to minimize voltage gradients in the pool area. Equipotential bonding involves connecting all metallic parts of the pool structure and surrounding equipment, such as the pool pump, filter, and lighting fixtures, to a common grounding system. This ensures that all these components are at the same electrical potential, reducing the risk of shock if a fault occurs. In addition to bonding, the NEC also specifies requirements for grounding electrical equipment associated with the pool. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents to return to the source, tripping the circuit breaker and energizing the circuit. Proper grounding is essential for preventing electrical shock hazards and protecting equipment from damage. Furthermore, the NEC addresses the installation of underwater lighting in swimming pools. Underwater lights must be specifically listed for pool use and installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions and the NEC requirements. These lights typically operate at low voltages such as 12 volts alternating current to minimize the risk of shock. The NEC also specifies the minimum distance that underwater lights must be installed from the edge of the pool underwater surface. Electrical clearances around swimming pools are another critical aspect covered by the NEC. As previously mentioned, overhead conductors must maintain adequate clearance from the pool and surrounding structures to prevent accidental contact. The NEC provides specific clearance requirements for different voltage levels and types of conductors. In addition to overhead clearances, the NEC also addresses clearances for underground wiring and electrical equipment near the pool. Underground wiring must be buried at a sufficient depth to protect it from damage, and electrical equipment must be located away from the pool to prevent accidental contact with water. The NEC also includes requirements for the installation of receptacles, switches, and other electrical devices near swimming pools. These devices must be GFCI protected and located at least a certain distance from the edge of the pool to minimize the risk of shock. Moreover, the NEC addresses the use of extension cords and portable electrical equipment near swimming pools. Extension cords should be avoided whenever possible, and portable equipment should be GFCI protected. It's also essential to keep electrical equipment dry and away from the pool area to prevent accidental contact with water. Regular inspections and maintenance of electrical systems around swimming pools are crucial for ensuring safety. These inspections should be performed by a qualified electrician who can identify and correct any potential hazards. Maintenance tasks may include checking the grounding and bonding connections, testing GFCIs, and inspecting wiring and equipment for damage. The NEC is a dynamic document that is updated every 3 years to reflect changes in technology and industry best practices. It's essential for electricians, inspectors, and other professionals involved in electrical work to stay up to date with the latest edition of the NEC and any applicable local codes and regulations. Compliance with the NEC is not only a legal requirement, but also a moral imperative. By following the NEC guidelines, we can help prevent electrical accidents and ensure the safety of people around swimming pools. Remember, electrical safety is everyone's responsibility, and it's crucial to take it seriously. In summary, the NEC provides comprehensive guidelines for the safe installation and maintenance of electrical systems around swimming pools. It addresses a wide range of potential hazards, including electric shock drowning, equipment grounding, bonding, and electrical clearances. Compliance with the NEC is essential for preventing electrical accidents and ensuring the safety of people around swimming pools. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC and local regulations, and seek guidance from a qualified electrician for any electrical work near swimming pools. Now, let's explore some practical considerations and best practices for maintaining electrical safety around swimming pools. Firstly, it's crucial to establish a regular inspection and maintenance schedule for all electrical equipment associated with the pool. This includes the pool pump, filter, heater, lighting fixtures, and any other electrical devices. These inspections should be performed by a qualified electrician who can identify and address any potential hazards. One of the most important maintenance tasks is to test the GFCIs regularly. GFCIs are designed to protect against electric shock by detecting ground faults and quickly shutting off the power. It's recommended to test GFCIs at least once a month by pressing the test button and verifying that the power is interrupted. If a GFCI fails to trip when tested, it should be replaced immediately. Another critical aspect of electrical safety is to ensure that all electrical equipment is properly grounded and bonded. Grounding provides a low impedance path for fault currents to return to the source, while bonding ensures that all metallic parts of the pool structure and surrounding equipment are at the same electrical potential. Check the grounding and bonding connections regularly to ensure that they are secure and free from corrosion. If any connections are loose or corroded, they should be tightened or replaced. When performing any electrical work around the pool, always disconnect the power at the circuit breaker. Never work on live electrical equipment. Use insulated tools and wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as rubber gloves and safety glasses. Avoid using extension cords near the pool whenever possible. If an extension cord is necessary, use a heavy-duty, outdoor-rated cord and keep it away from the water. Never run extension cords across walkways or other areas where they could be damaged or create a tripping hazard. Keep electrical equipment dry and away from the pool area. Do not store electrical equipment near the pool or allow it to come into contact with water. If electrical equipment gets wet, disconnect it from the power source and allow it to dry completely before using it again. Install warning signs around the pool area to remind people about electrical safety. These signs should include warnings about the dangers of using electrical appliances near the water and the importance of staying away from electrical equipment. Educate family members and guests about electrical safety around the pool. Make sure they understand the risks of using electrical appliances near the water and the importance of following safety rules. Keep children away from electrical equipment and do not allow them to play near the pool without supervision. If you are planning to install new electrical equipment around the pool, consult with a qualified electrician to ensure that the installation meets all applicable codes and standards. Do not attempt to install electrical equipment yourself unless you are qualified to do so. Be aware of the signs of electrical problems around the pool. These signs may include flickering lights, buzzing sounds, or a tingling sensation when touching metal objects near the pool. If you notice any of these signs, immediately disconnect the power to the pool and call a qualified electrician. In the event of an electrical accident around the pool, call emergency services immediately. Do not attempt to rescue someone who is in contact with electricity. Instead, use a non-conductive object, such as a wooden pole, to push the person away from the electrical source. Once the person is free from the electrical source, administer first aid and wait for emergency personnel to arrive. Regularly inspect the pool area for any potential hazards, such as damaged wiring, loose connections, or overgrown vegetation. Address any hazards promptly to prevent accidents. Consider installing a pool alarm to alert you if someone enters the pool area without authorization. This can help prevent drowning accidents, especially if you have young children. Keep the pool area well lit, especially at night. This will help prevent accidents and make it easier to spot potential hazards. Trim trees and shrubs around the pool to prevent them from interfering with overhead power lines. If you notice any trees or shrubs that are growing too close to power lines, contact the utility company to have them trimmed. Encourage open communication about electrical safety around the pool. If anyone has concerns or questions about electrical safety, encourage them to speak up. By following these practical considerations and best practices, you can help maintain electrical safety around swimming pools and prevent accidents. Remember, electrical safety is an ongoing process that requires vigilance and attention to detail. In conclusion, prioritize electrical safety around swimming pools to protect yourself, your family, and your guests from the risks of electric shock and other electrical hazards. Stay informed, follow the NEC guidelines, and consult with qualified professionals to ensure that your pool area is safe and compliant with all applicable codes and standards.